Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of RUE MORGUE TV. I am executive editor Andrea Subissati, and if you follow us on Instagram at RUE MORGUE Mag, you would know about Dante of the Dead, who is often featured in our Instagram. And I have 3 Pomeranians with me, and so we're going to have a fun contest. If you can correctly identify which of these dogs is Dante of the Dead, you could win a 1-year subscription to RUE MORGUE magazine. You just have to comment below if it's dog 1, 2, or 3 before the end of November, because we're going to announce the winners in December. So, is it dog number 1? Is it this guy? With the RUE MORGUE vest. Official RUE MORGUE merch. Not available in our shop just yet, but if you want it, let us know. Is it this guy? Am I Dante? Is it this guy in the Evil Dead t-shirt? Is this Dante of the Dead? Oh, he's got a kiss for me. Or is it this little guy in his little Halloween jammies? Dog number 3. Am I Dante? So comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to RUE MORGUE TV, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
I'm Star Wolf, and I am from the Coven Wolf in Hocus Pocus Witchery, and you're watching RUE MORGUE TV. So my family, different parts of them, practiced when I was young, and they didn't exactly have like a specified type of witchcraft. It was more just old school stuff, and I did tarot readings on myself since I was 7. And then, you know, I wasn't a big aspect of my life until I met my husband, who had a coven. I became a part of it with him. I do tell people, I mean, I don't walk up to people on the street and say, hey, I'm part of a coven, but especially at like Hocus Pocus, people that aren't familiar with witchcraft in general, when they find out, sometimes they're a little scared. They think it's a cult or something. I'm like, it's not a cult. We don't kill people or children or whatever stories have been told before.
Who calls me from out of the pit?
We celebrate different Sabbaths together, and we do rituals together for those Sabbaths. It's kind of like a second family. So we originally had just a spiritual place in Mississauga. We did have that, and we were there all the time, and we always wanted to move it downtown because witchcraft shops or occult shops were usually hidden and out of the way. Witchcraft was illegal, and they passed a bill changing that law. When we heard of that, we were like, perfect time to go down into Toronto and put it right in front of everybody. And we found this place, and it had a bar, and then, you know, ideas started rolling through, and we're like, you know, people can actually like sit and meet one another. They can have cocktails that smoke and bubble, and they can also just have like a beer if they want. They can also get candles. We make products ourselves with our coven, so we have different potions that they can use for different things, or spell bombs, which is like a bath bomb, but it's a spell. Herbs, books, tarot cards, things to assemble an altar, like chalices, bells, thames. So there's a lot to look at. I am not a fan of horror movies. I don't want to voluntarily scare myself, so I tend to stay away from them. Suspiria is about a girl that goes to a ballet school, and apparently it's haunted by a witch from the 1800s. There's a lot of murder going on in this movie, and she ends up killing this witch. I found the movie very gory, and the blood that was shown was very thick. It was like a mixture of Saw and a bunch of stuff at once, and they were all women that were getting killed, next to the guy that got his neck mauled off by his own dog, which even that is kind of fucked up. I do think that Suspiria is a misogynistic movie. He probably has some mental issues, and I would love to meet his wife. It did make me laugh. I mean, it's from the 70s, so I mean, you have to laugh. I found it a little insulting because they made the witches look out to be murderers just because, you know, this one bad witch, you know, who clearly had issues, was killing random people for no apparent reason. I mean, yeah, people could take it as a joke, but then it can also be like, yeah, witches are bad because people have thought that for a while. So maybe if they see that again in a movie, they're gonna continue to think that. Yeah, maybe they could have had some good witches in there to save the day, you know, instead of just all bad witches. And they mixed a lot of things in this movie. They mixed gore with witchcraft, with, I think, serial killing. I found that they spoke very well in this movie.
What do witches do?
They are malefic, negative and destructive. Their knowledge of the art of the occult gives them tremendous powers.
Like very proper, very, very articulate with their vocabulary. So that was kind of nice to see. I would like the remake, hopefully, to have more detail in the movie, and hopefully, you know, it has better quality of its gore, if it's going to have gore. Also, I hope that maybe it depicts witches a little better, but I don't know how it's going to do that when it's basing itself off of a movie that depicted them very awfully. Well, it definitely is a horror film that got it wrong. I do think that it's a fuck.
So you're gonna
Sorry.
say Suspiria,
Oh shit.
I think.
Oh.
No, that's cool.